to the Ultraflex Football podcast, where we have fun with our friends while we talk about football and anything else we want to talk about. I'm your host, Anthony Sutton. With me is Rob Green.
Man, what a build-up.
Travis Enser. And Ryan Wheeler.
For those not, howdy y'all, and for those not watching on YouTube or Spotify, Answer Blue, you all a kiss. Or maybe it was for us, I'm not sure. Is that for us?
It was for everyone.
Oh, it was for everyone. Okay. Tony, you almost blew out your mic in the beginning there.
Trying
out the new mic.
Trying to do everyone else a favor. You
still weren't very loud. I think you need to turn it up a little
bit. So last week we did the album thing. For those who have listened regularly, we get an album and then we each get 4 songs or 3 songs that we split it up between the 4 of us. And we try to get the name of the songs into the podcast. Last week we had Adele's album 21, which I just saw today was actually like the 5th or 6th most selling album of all time.
It was 2 straight years for the top selling album.
Yeah, that's insane. Do you guys have a guess of who number 1 would have been for all time selling album?
Michael Jackson.
Not the album.
Yeah, I was saying Michael Jackson.
It was Michael Jackson. Yeah, that was pretty good. All right.
Was that the trivia question?
No, that was not the trivia. Oh. So last week we had Adele's 21. We set fire to the rain. We rolled in the deep web. Just a couple of you, in case you were listening.
Nobody picked up on it.
Nobody, I'm sure. This week we have Taylor Swift again. We already did Taylor Swift once, but we got her again, and it's her album 1989. So if you're familiar with the album, listen for
my favorite
the song titles. See if you can catch them. Tony, what are we doing next?
We are doing my segment, The Butt Fumble. I got 3 jokes for you guys. It goes from G to R. So, let's see where this goes. Did you know that humans eat more bananas than monkeys? I took over your job.
Yeah, what is this?
Stealing Ryan's segment. Well,
when was the last time you saw a human eat a monkey?
I was wondering where the joke was. I was like, that's not very funny, dude.
All right, we're going to step it up a notch.
It's a grammar joke.
Why can't a penis be 12 inches long?
This is the second? Oh, no. It can be, by the way.
Straight to X.
It would be a foot.
It would be a foot.
You're not wrong.
And then this one's bad. How many animals?
This one's gonna
How
be
many
good.
animals?
You know it's good when you laugh before you finish it.
How many animals can fit in a pantyhose? 2 calves, an ass, and a beaver. That one is uncalled for, but is amazing at the same time.
I like your style.
We are going to try to transition over to the draft. Ryan, cue the music.
You said a beaver.
We are going to draft
Might be an
appetizers.
elephant in there, too.
I think we did something similar to this before. I think we did Super Bowl snacks or something like that. But we're going to do some appetizers and get ready for the Super Bowl. Draft order is, and we're also thinking appetizers you can have at your house or just like some of the famous ones at a restaurant. Draft order is Rob, myself, Ryan, and Travis. So, Rob, with pick 101, what do you got?
All right. Welcome to New York, everyone, with the first selection of the Ultraflex appetizer draft. I will take spinach artichoke dip.
Oh, no!
Lock it in for the 1.1.
Oh, you threw me off there.
Was that yours?
That was the what? That is the 101.
You know,
in my
after
opinion.
you said, I get this every time I go out to a restaurant in our pre-show chatter.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I do get something every time we get an appetizer if they have it, and it's spinach artichoke dip.
That was it, man.
Yeah. It's delicious.
I could probably get this later on in the draft, but this is by far one of my favorite, and it's mac and cheese bites. So if they're ever at a restaurant, I go with that. So that's my pick at 102.
And I have the 103?
Yep.
All right. The 103 for me is easy. It's definitely my favorite homemade appetizer, but it is buffalo chicken wing dip. Welcome to Buffalo, everybody. With you, Rob.
I thought Rob was going there.
I almost
That's
did.
what I thought, too.
Almost did.
All right, Travis, you get 2 in a row. What do you got?
All right, I'm going to clean up the draft here. I'm going to go with the bloomin' onion. It's just onion rings, but they're all cut up in petals. And then I am also going to take jalapeno poppers.
Oh, no.
Both of those are on my list.
I just settled on that as my next pick.
Wow.
It depends. I was like, if they don't like spicy stuff, then they won't even have it on the list.
No, that's a good choice.
Oh,
Good.
man.
Excellent.
Ryan, what do you got?
I thought the onion tower was going to make it back to me, but I can't really take it if you took bloomin' onion, so...
Yeah, I had onion rings, but
Onion rings, that's
Those
what I
are
mean.
onion
Yeah.
but then that
rings,
made
aren't
me
they? You
think
can
of
take
the
onion
bloomin'
rings.
onion.
Yeah, I think they're the same. I would consider them to be basically the same. Oh, man. All right, so I have buffalo chicken wing dip. I got to pair that with pizza logs.
Ooh.
Pizza logs are legit. And if you bite into
Those
it...
are like a Western New York thing.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you bite into a pizza log, if it's fresh out of the oven, you basically melt your mouth.
It's
So
like a
the roof
Chinese
of
egg roll with pizza inside.
your mouth. It's like an American egg roll.
The only place you can get them down here is either Buffalo Brothers, which is a restaurant of people that moved down here from Buffalo, or Wegmans.
You have Wegmans?
Yeah, wait, you have a Wegmans there? I didn't know that.
4 Wegmans now.
Wow, shout out to Wegmans.
My
down
next
there.
pick is going to be trying to decide which one Rob won't take. So I got 2 I want right here. I'm going to go with fried pickles.
That's a good one.
I feel like half my things were fried on my list.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
Rob?
most things on my list are also fried. I got to take 2 here? Man, I'm running
Yep.
out of things. All right. I'll lock in for my second pick, soft pretzel bites with some cheese or some mustard. Either way, I like
Beer
both.
cheese.
Yep, that's delicious.
I'm running low on appetizers. You guys are taking all the ones I had written down.
All right, I need another. What do I got here? I got spinach artichoke dip and soft pretzel bites. I will take. It's a little loaded French fries.
Oh, snipe.
I can't believe that's still on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I overlooked it. That's why once I saw it there, I was like, wait a second, that's still on there? I'll take that.
Megan's going to be so mad at me. That would be her 101. I wanted that next. I'll go with... I usually don't get them at a restaurant, but if someone orders them, I'm going to eat them. I'm going to go with deviled eggs.
It's on my list. I like them.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't know if I've ever had them from a restaurant, though.
No, me either.
Mama's
Luckily
restaurant.
for work, they take us to some fancy places, and they buy all the food. So.
Oh. You got to go to a
probably
fancy
got,
place to get a deviled egg.
quail
for an
eggs.
app.
Ryan, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm going mozzarella sticks with marinara sauce.
I
You
almost
got
took
quite
that.
the theme going here.
You like that?
Travis, and your draft.
All right. I'm going to finish off with cheeseburger sliders. It's a meal in itself.
I would say it's like a mini meal.
And then that's a good way to see if they got good burgers or not.
Yeah.
Little tip. And last one is fried okra. A southern specialty.
Interesting.
I've had it.
It looks like a pepper, but doesn't taste like a pepper.
Do you
And
dip
it's
it
fried.
in something?
You can. Ranch, whatever.
You dip everything in ranch or blue cheese around here, but round here. So I want to be very clear. I did say with marinara sauce with those cheese sticks because my wife bought marinara sauce this week to supplement for pasta sauce, and I was like, "What? What are you doing? You can't supplement pasta sauce with marinara sauce." Anyway, she's gonna get mad for me calling her out on there. So I have 3. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go queso and chips, just cheese and chips. It's a great way to start off a meal.
I agree. I've got a couple here that I'm going to go back and forth on. One is also a southern one, but I got to go with, I don't know if it's a true appetizer, but I eat it before every meal whenever it's there. I'm going to go bread. Like I have specifically, I guess, red lobster rolls. So I'll choose that.
You drafted bread?
Yes.
You could have.
That's how you get the girl
that
right
goes
there.
undrafted, and you call it in, and you just sign it for
Cheeseburger
cents.
Maybe
sliders.
priority free agent. Yeah.
Are you Texas Roadhouse bread? Amazing. Olive Garden bread? Amazing. Red Lobster rolls? Amazing.
I think one of the best parts about going to like Cheesecake Factory is they give you that bread in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's the butter though. That's so good, man. Their butter is just unreal.
So can I just leave my last one as a blank space? I'm like pretty much out.
Hush puppy. Say hush
Yeah,
puppy.
I'm just kidding. I got one. I'm taking crab cakes.
Ooh.
Ryan hates it.
Do those have crab in them?
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
Oh, I didn't know if it was like I don't know, just something they threw.
If you're taking like the Red Lobster, what are they actually called? The Red Lobster bread. It's like something
Is it
specific.
lobster rolls or something?
Cheddar Bay biscuits or something.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Like you would think they would have like crab in them, but they don't.
That's what I mean.
But yeah, actual crab cakes, yeah, they would have crab in them.
That's disgusting.
No, they're
All
pretty
right.
good.
There's our drafts. We're now switching over to the analytics department for Ryan's segment.
Tony, we're like on the same wavelength here. We haven't messed up a single draft or a single segment, music or anything yet.
It's because I'm drinking Celsius right now, so my attention to detail is on point. If they
They
want
just
to
had a
sponsor.
huge lawsuit. They lost.
They might not want to sponsor
82
us.
million to, was it Flo Rida?
Really?
For what?
For what, being too good?
Oh, there's some kind of endorsement issues. I didn't read the whole story, but yeah. So you might. And they lost a chunk
Celsius.
of change.
I might have to try some. I'm guessing that's just an energy drink, right?
Yes, burns fat, very healthy.
Oh, it's an energy drink that burns fat.
So
All right, go ahead.
I don't know, man. Did you know that that's BS? No.
No, he said Celsius.
Oh, okay. All right. So, for real though, did you know? I got a few here, so don't. Actually, I got a pretty decent list here, so don't jump in until I'm done, please. Did you know that Google used to be called Backrub? Amazon used to be called Relentless. Nike used to be called Blue Ribbon Sports. Pepsi used to be called Brands Drink. eBay used to be called Auction Web. Subway used to be called Pete's Super Submarines. And Best Buy used to be called Sound of Music. Did you know any of those?
Not a one.
I knew every one of those. Yeah.
I felt like I
Did
was
you?
walking down like a grocery store and like you see the store brand names like Cheerios or Circle O's and
Yeah. Yep.
You say
all the
Pete's
knockoffs.
Super Submarines.
Oh man, I got rid of it.
Like,
I think
yes.
he said Pete.
Why do you think that was
subs.
a good idea?
It's Pete's Super Submarines. Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Like, when did these change? Because it had to be like 100 years ago, right?
So
that's exaggerating.
I didn't go into it that deep. I think.
Yeah,
I wish you would.
Google's been around since 1923, right, Anthony?
So Google changed in 1996, because they named it Backrub for its analysis of the web's backlinks. That's the only one I really did research on. Besides Best Buy. Best Buy used to be called Sound of Music, and then a tornado went through and hit like their only store and just completely annihilated it. And then the owner of the Sound of Music took all of the stuff that they could salvage and put it under a tent and did like a sale, and they named it like the Best Buys. And then he noticed that so many more people were coming, so he was like, well, I guess we're going to rename it Best Buy.
I'd be pretty skeptical of a search engine called Backrub.
Same. Cool. We appreciate the knowledge, the analytics. We are going to switch over to the X's and O's.
All right, this one I still haven't decided yet. What do you guys think? Ready? We're going to try this one. That's good. I guess we're going to go with that.
That's clean.
Yeah.
All right. So, regular season is over. Most, in our opinion, we were talking beforehand, of the regular season awards are pretty obvious. MVPs most likely Mahomes. Offensive players most likely Jefferson. Defensive player of the year is most likely Bosa. One that some of us thought was still up for grabs is Coach of the Year. So, Ryan, who do you have for your Coach of the Year?
Well, the Coach of the Year should be Brian Daboll. He took a team that was projected. I would actually love to go and see what their projected win total was. But not only did he make the playoffs, he had the playoffs locked up by week 18, so it didn't necessarily matter whether they won or lost. And I know some people would say like Pete Carroll maybe deserves it, but he had to get lucky in order to make the playoffs this year. He needed the Packers to lose. Some might say that McDermott deserved it. But I would say that his team met expectations, although they met a lot of, I can't think of the word, but they had to get through a lot this year. So I can understand that he was the leader of the team going through that.
So I just want to point out McDermott and Pete Carroll are both currently at plus 10,000 odds for Coach of the Year. So neither of them are even in contention.
So who else would be?
So the current favorite is Nick Sirianni. And second, which surprises me, is Kyle Shanahan.
What?
Brian Daboll he's third at plus 350.
So I was going to say
it's kind of like a toss-up between those three. Plus 125, plus 200, and plus 350. Everybody after that is at least plus 1,000. Doug Peterson's at 1,000.
So I guess I was just kind of going off the list Tony sent earlier, but and then I threw McDermott in because I was listening to a Bills podcast and people saying that he should be Coach of the Year because of everything they had to get through and all that. But he was the leader of the team through all of it.
What's shocking to me is he's never won one. Like for how down the Bills were as a franchise, missing the playoffs for as many years in a row as they did, to him now bringing them 5 out of 6 years.
It's because Mike Vrabel snagged it.
Yeah, he did.
I get Shanahan though. I mean, he's not who I would pick. I'll say that in a second. But he is on the third string quarterback, and they've won 7 in a row since he started. I don't know the exact number, but he's undefeated. The third string quarterback, and they have one of, I think, actually the best plus minus for the season. But my vote would be for Doug Peterson, just because he took over the Jags team that had the first overall pick 2 years in a row and made the playoffs. And the situation he took over, now Joe Judge, and it's not by far, I mean, if Daboll won it or if Shanahan won it or if Sirianni won it, I'm not saying they don't deserve it. But I think if you take over literally the worst team in the league for 2 years, and your coach is fired because he's too busy getting grinded on at the bar, then like you're walking into a crazy situation, and he turned the entire atmosphere of the franchise around and pretty much turned around Trevor Lawrence. I mean, it's only been 2 years, but it's night and day from his rookie year to this year. So I think Dable walked into a similar situation in the fact that the Giants were also terrible and Daniel Jones had very bad coaching, and he turned that around. I think the extra fact of all the other mess in Jacksonville and just being Jacksonville in general made it more appealing for the turnaround for Peterson. But if Dable or Sirianni won, then they deserve
it always seems like it's the team that was terrible that turned it around.
This love for the Jaguars.
Why does it always have to be that way, though?
I don't.
Well, I look at it like, so if you got the AFC South and you got 4 cars racing to the finish, 3 of the cars swerve off the road and blow up, and then 1 car putters past the finish line. Do you congratulate the driver for what a great job they did?
Hey, you won the race. Travis, who would your vote be for?
Unbiased, Mike Vrabel.
Saw it coming. It's like,
best coach.
I mean, I actually understand where you're coming from, though.
Yeah.
Having the most injuries in the league and somewhat being
2 years
that
in a
third
row.
car.
Down to the third string QB also.
They had a chance at the playoffs, up until the last week.
The problem is that they lost 7 in a row to end it.
Rob,
So I just want to point out here, here's your past NFL Coach of the Year winners going back to 2011. You let me know if you think there's a lot of good coaches on here. Mike Vrabel, Kevin Stefanski, John Harbaugh, Matt Nagy, Sean McVay, Jason Garrett, Ron Rivera, Bruce Arians, Ron Rivera, Bruce Arians, Jim Harbaugh. It's a mixed bag, right?
Sounds like a good mix of...
I like John Harbaugh.
Matt Nagy was not great.
Yeah.
Vrabel's in there.
Jason Garrett,
I like
not good.
Vrabel and Harbaugh.
Ron Rivera, not very good.
Yeah.
Besides that, it's solid, but I don't think they always give it to who is the best coach.
I agree with
there's
that.
only a couple shiny stones in that bag.
Yeah. I know places like the 49ers and Eagles, they were supposed to be good, though. Like, they have the 49ers case. They have the best defense in the league, maybe arguably. They have some of the best offensive weapons in the league. So
for the 49ers for sure. Were the Eagles, what was their over-under? 8 or 9?
I would say that they have the best offensive line. They had to get Hurts in order, but he's obviously great. They got A.J. Brown. They have amazing weapons on offense. Are you kidding me? Their defense has been solid. They got 2 could be all-pro cornerbacks. Their defensive line is great.
So the coach of the worst team should just get the worst team who is respectable. That's what you think it should be, which is what it is every year.
Brian
That's
Dable,
how it always is. So
100%. It's Brian Dable to me.
Okay.
Not in your wildest dreams did you see the Giants making the playoffs and winning a game.
Well, that's not supposed to factor into it, though.
I know.
It's supposed to be just for the regular season.
I understand, but it's like going to court and then someone blurts out or shows some evidence that you can't unsee that proves somebody guilty. It's like, well, okay, don't pretend like you didn't see that.
The Jags also won a game.
Oh my god!
And no one saw them making the playoffs. But anywho, Rob, you have any takeaways from last week's super wild card weekend?
Just happy the Bills survived. Get a win any way you can. On to next week.
How was your first NFL playoff game?
It was excellent for the first half.
Yeah.
It looked like they were going to blow them out. Started out real strong, 17-0. Got a little iffy before halftime. They managed to take the lead. But then come the second half, you could just feel the nervousness in the stadium. All the fans are like, are we really going to lose this? Are we going to blow this? But they found a way. So we're on to Cincinnati.
Got scary.
Yes.
I do love the divisional matchups in the Super Wild Card. There's just a lot of bad blood between Bills and Dolphins, the
Bengals
Ravens
and
and Bengals. Like all those games are a lot of fun.
They always seem to be tight, so it makes for good games.
Yeah. Travis, do you have any thoughts on the Titans' new GM?
I think it'll be interesting to see how the draft goes. Because with his position, obviously the 49ers have done well with player development and stuff, but he's kind of been a guy behind the scenes.
Ron Carthon. He's got a sweet name, too. I love that name. Although I guess he goes by Ran Carthon, which kind of ruins it because it doesn't rhyme anymore. But although, according to you guys, Ron Carthon wouldn't rhyme because it doesn't match in syllables. We've gone through this. But he's known as a relationship builder. So he's kind of like, he came from that Shanahan, who's the GM for the 49ers? The safety.
John Lynch.
Yeah, John Lynch. Like, he came from that tree. So he thinks that the coach and GM relationship is super important. That's something that the owner from the Titans thought was really important in a candidate that they were going to hire. So, and he's supposedly really good at like NFL scouting, getting the trades, the free agency, stuff like that, like excelling in that area. So the draft is going to be interesting because it's not going to be Brian. Oh my gosh, John Robinson, John Robinson making these rando picks in the mid to late first round of guys that he's just trying to build a legacy off of. I think we're actually going to get sound players, and I can't wait to see what they do for like trades and free agency because we now have a guy that's supposed to excel in that area.
So he hasn't worked with Vrabel in the past, then?
I don't believe so. Okay. He's young. He's 41 years old.
That is young.
Yeah.
Worked his way up quick.
It's cool, man. I can't wait to see it.
Can you guys hear me? My internet's acting funny again.
I can hear you. I think I heard one of your kids in the background earlier, too. Oh, was that you?
That was me.
The guilty one.
I got Mama Bear on it.
Oh, okay. Right. I just called out. I just said last week that we haven't had any babies or anything in the background.
I almost muted my mic to try and hide it. But...
No, it's all right. We're good.
Is Brady going to retire?
No.
He's coming back, right?
Yeah.
He's got too much time on his hands now. He's a bachelor.
Yeah. And Miami wants him, right?
Go to Miami.
They said they were sticking with Tua. I mean, they could change their mind at any point, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, at this point, do you want Brady over Tua?
Yes.
Probably not.
I don't think so.
Dude, Tua scares me, man. Like, I fear for, like, literally his life.
They already said this week that the doctor said he's not any more prone to concussions than anyone else. Mm-hmm. So if that's what the doctors are telling him, they're probably just going to stick with him. I think I'd like to see the Raiders for Brady.
That would be cool.
I could see it. Goes to Vegas.
I think the Jets would be a good fit. They have a lot of young talent, and he gets to go back and stick it to the Patriots.
Some talent.
All right, let's get over to Travis's segment, the Hurry Up.
Okay, it is time for the rhyming game. Each contestant will get 15 seconds to try to write down as many words as you can that rhymes with the word of my choice. I will start a timer, and we will have a little background jam. You guys ready?
This segment makes me nervous.
Hold on, my pen's not working.
By the time you realize that it's starting, you're already like 10 seconds in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
The word is word. Time's up. That was a nice, easy one. I threw you guys a little lob there.
That was easy?
Yeah, I think I got my least so
to
far.
Rhyme with word?
Word.
Is there even a word that rhymes with word?
I got 2.
Oh, yeah.
I got 2.
I'm just kidding. I got 4, but still.
I got. You got 4. I have 3. So you go first, Ryan.
All right, I got turd.
Yep.
I had that.
Right.
How did I know that was going to be your first word?
I got absurd.
Oh, going to extra syllables here. Are we sure it rhymes? Hold on.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know, but I
I'm
got
the judge here.
Okay, does absurd rhyme?
I'll decide. I want to hear the others.
Okay, I got cheese curd.
I have curd. I didn't have.
Okay, I had curd too, but cheese curd would be where it comes from.
Do curd as in like the.
Well, curd is a word.
Yeah.
Okay, curd.
There you go.
And I have herd. Like bison.
H-E-R-D?
Yes.
Yeah, I have that.
Could be either.
Could do both. You get 2 words out of it.
Those I had.
Wrote them both.
I had curd,
you get the
turd,
girl.
and herd. That's all I had.
So you had curd, turd, and herd?
Yep.
So you got
Okay.
0?
So he has 0 because I got all of those.
And how many? What do you have left, Ryan?
Absurd.
Well, I got nerd.
Oh.
So I got
Answer.
1.
Answer. Are both of those rhyming words?
Yes.
Okay, let's go, Rob. We tied this week with 1.
I can't win this dang segment.
You know, I feel bad for the listeners because they're supposed to participate with us, and they have to go against all 3 of our words. I didn't think about that till right now. They're getting cheated. We only have to go against 2.
They're probably way smarter than we are, and they probably have
Probably.
Like,
They probably come up with more than 2 words.
We had at least 7 in 15 seconds. We only got 2 and 3 and 4.
Yeah, that's bad, guys.
Woof.
This is embarrassing every week.
already time to pick some games.
We're
What was
flying
the-
through this week.
What were we calling this? Is this the 2-minute drill or the 4-minute drill?
This is going to be the 2-minute drill,
We better take some time and talk about them this week. We're going to be done in about 40 minutes.
but it's okay because this is the postseason. I mean, we don't have games to pick. There's not
It's
that
not
much.
the postseason. Yeah, we still have football to talk about.
Isn't that what they call it? The postseason?
Well, I was thinking the off season.
Oh no, yeah, this is the.
That's what I
postseason.
thought you meant.
No. We're not
Well,
going
you made it sound
to.
like there's not a lot to talk about. The playoffs are a lot.
No. What I'm saying is we would always do like the underdog segment where we pick our the underdogs. We're not doing that throughout the playoffs. Because we're terrible at it. We haven't gotten like one single one right all year. Actually, we got one.
And there's 3 minutes of you guys arguing about it.
And I can just go.
Yeah, we did
get
by a
more
minute
jokes. You guys want more jokes?
I mean, I would love more jokes, but I don't know, man. You joked us out right off the bat. And Rob, your segment always takes at least like 5 minutes, right?
It's true.
there. Yeah, probably.
All right.
Yeah, just don't
Last
give us
week-
multiple choice.
You get no choices this week.
Oh, good.
Last week we stunk it up. Ryan actually did pretty well compared to the rest of us. He got 4 out of 6 right. Travis and I got 1 correct, and Rob, the regular season leader, got a goose egg.
Hey, there's only 6 picks.
To throw it in there.
This week we've got Kansas City hosting Jacksonville, Buffalo against Cincinnati, Dallas and San Francisco, and the Giants and Philly. And usually we just rapid fire pick these games, but there's only 4 games. Big weekend, so we're going to talk about these a little bit more. Ryan, what are your thoughts for the Jags, my Jags, and the Chiefs?
Oh man, what are my thoughts on the Jags Chiefs? Well, so I think that we're gonna have a 1 seed go down, because it's felt all year like there's no top tier team. Like the Eagles kind of felt like they were there, the Chiefs, the Bills, but they've all been vulnerable. It feels like. So I don't think that there's anything different when it comes to the playoffs now. And the Jags they're playing good football. At least for a half, and they're on the better half, right? Like they're coming off of the half where they threw 3 touchdowns, because I think he had 1 in the first half, but they played really good football in the second half of that game. If they can carry that momentum into the Chiefs game, I don't know, man. Like I said, I think either the Jaguars or the Giants are going to win this weekend. So, wait a minute.
Are we still in the joke segment?
I want to say it right now. I want to be on record. I think the Jags take down the Chiefs.
Oh.
So I don't want to go that far, but I do want to kind of side with Ryan here. It seems like a lot of people are just assuming that the Chiefs are going to win this game, and I don't know if they're out of the woods here yet. The Jags are going to be a tough opponent for them.
They played like 7 weeks ago, and Kansas City won by 10, which is a lot in the NFL. But I think most people are expecting Kansas City to win like 40-10.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, they had like three or four turnovers that game, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, Lawrence, as a Bills fan, Lawrence plays the best game of his life. The Kansas City might win 40-10, but I do think playoff games in general are usually a little bit closer than what people would anticipate. So hopefully the Jags show up and at least give them a game.
What's the term? The Jags are playing with house money. Is that what they say? Like, they have no chance to win this game, right? That's just like Miami. They had no chance to win that game, right? So they threw everything.
That mindset, going in.
Right. They threw everything at the Bills. The Jags, they have Anthony's coach of the year, Doug Peterson. Come on. They have to have a chance.
Doug Peterson and Andy Reid coached together forever, so they both know each other very well, which also adds a little bit of competitive balance or whatever. So we'll see what happens.
And if it gets close at the end and the Jaguars have a chance to go for 2 for the win, they're going to try it with Peterson.
Oh yeah.
They're not playing for overtime. They're going to play to win.
Cream will rise to the top.
Travis,
Chiefs.
What are your thoughts on Dallas and San Francisco?
Dallas and San Fran. I don't trust Dallas. I think San Fran is a more consistent team. But this love for the Cowboys has been pretty high this year. So,
Now, see, I felt like everybody was on the Bucs last week, though. Like just on Twitter, everyone was.
Yeah, there were a lot of picks on them, but it's because
Cowboys.
Yeah, well, and I was looking because the Cowboys, they've been a team where some weeks they'll be like the Super Bowl favorites, and they'll be talked about like they have the roster, they have the team makeup, and then they'll just lay a turd, and so they're too unpredictable for people to actually get behind.
A lot of turd in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's like
dude, turds are never not funny.
5.
Is that one of our songs?
Turds are never not funny. Yeah, nailed it.
What do you think? What do you think about this Dallas game?
I don't know. I originally thinking about it, I was like, oh, the 49ers are definitely going to win this game. Like, they got the great defense. Purdy's playing great. McCaffrey, all the weapons on offense. But it just feels like Dallas is hot. I know that the 49ers are too. I'm torn. I'm honestly not sure which way I'm going to go for my pick yet.
I think on paper, I think that's going to be one of the better games.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the other games you can see a blowout potentially, either one way or the other. But I feel like on paper that's very, very close. Same Bills and Bengals should be close as well. But you could see one of those quarterbacks just getting super hot and going off and winning by 2 scores. Where it seems like no matter what, Dallas and San Francisco are both going to play pretty good defense. They're both going to try to run the ball. Both have good offensive coordinators that are going to be able to move the ball. So you could probably end up being pretty close.
You could probably write the storyline for either side to have a blowout, though. It would be Brock Purdy finally melts down, Dallas takes over, blows them out, or the 49ers defense is impenetrable. Dak throws 3 picks. And
I feel like when Dak throws 1 pick, he throws 49ers
like 3. Yeah, it does feel that way. He seems to throw them in clusters. So that could be a way that that happens, but
that was
we'll
real clean, Rob. Real clean.
Yeah. I got the Seahawks on my mind this year. They're haunting me. I bet they're under and they made the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we all did right at the beginning of the year, right?
Yeah, we picked them to win one game this year, guys.
That's bad. We were way off, but we were real good with the Bears.
Yeah, I think we picked them to win 2, and they won what? 3, 2?
Yeah,
2 or 3.
No, I think they only won 2, right?
2.
And I give you guys all the credit in the world. You guys did say it would be Jags and Titans last game of the year that would go for the playoffs. Winner goes in, and you guys nailed that. Jags got it.
Giants Eagles. You guys think the Giants pull the upset?
I think the Giants are my new romantics. I'm romanticizing about the Giants, man. They beat the Titans week 1, but they're a team that I'm in love with right now. I want them to win so bad.
I'm surprised how well Daniel Jones is playing with the weapons that they are putting out there at wide receiver. It just doesn't match up with the rest of the teams in the playoffs, so it's just surprising to me. I think probably their time's going to run out because of it, but I guess Barkley could put the team on his back, or Jones.
Who knew Daniel Jones was so fast? He's running. I mean, he ran for the second most yards of any quarterback.
Did you see him take off last year and he tripped on like the 20-yard line?
Yeah. Most important game of the year for us, as of right now. Cincinnati Bengals against the Buffalo Bills. Travis, what are your first thoughts on that game?
Spencer's getting the pressure.
Yeah, I know. Have Mealy down here,
right, for his first pick. So
that's right. I think the Bengals should come away with it. I think they're playing some of their best ball here late in the season. I think the Bills are kind of like the Cowboys, just hit or miss. Some weeks they're the best team in the league, and some weeks they're going to get beat by the Bears.
All right, let's get the Titans fans out of the way.
Are you not concerned?
What are your thoughts?
All right. I'll save it.
Are we going to get a winter wonderland here in Buffalo, or is it going to be a nice day, sunny, and
32 and like
an inch of snow, they said, maybe, from what I saw.
All right. No. Well, I know the Bengals are one of the worst run teams in the league. So if there is inclement weather, I think that favors the Bills. And obviously Burrow just chucks it all over the field. I mean, so does Allen. But if they have to guess a team or say that a team runs better, it is the Bills, statistically.
Despite what the media will make you think, the Bills are actually decent at running the ball this year.
They are, and not just because of Allen.
Yep.
I would go Bills, personally, at home. A chance to go play in the AFC Championship game. The Bengals almost just got... I mean, I know the Bills almost just got beat by Miami, but it felt so weird. The Bengals almost lost...
98-yard fumble recovery touchdown to get the win.
Right. The Bengals almost lost to the Ravens twice.
Yeah. I
mean, in 2 weeks. And the Ravens are not good right now. So I'm going Bills.
I
know you were in love with the Bills, but I am too now.
Rob,
the key could be the offensive line injuries to the Bengals.
Yeah.
If the Bills D-line, I know they're missing Von Miller, but they still put a lot of money into that defensive line and draft picks in the last few years. If they can get those guys to step up, they should be able to get to Burrow and force him to make mistakes.
I think it comes down to Josh Allen not turning the ball over. I mean, if Allen has been good enough the last few weeks to score 40 points, but also good enough to allow the other team to score 40 points, which is pretty impressive. And Burrow is a good enough quarterback to take advantage of that. So if the Bills have one or fewer turnovers, I think they win the game because they're going to be able to score points on the Bengals defense. It's just how many opportunities does Burrow have against our secondary and their receivers. I think that's going to be a tough matchup for our secondary. So hopefully the offensive line issues makes it easy for us to get pressure. But If Allen tries to play hero ball and turns the ball over a couple times, then the Bills are probably in trouble.
I hope they can run the ball and don't make Allen think that he needs to make those kind of plays.
Is this like the first episode that we've had a conversation about a team other than the Bills or the Titans? Like, we talked about the Cowboys and the 49ers.
It might be.
This was amazing.
Since the offseason, it feels like it.
Can't even win a game. All right, let's pick the games now. We've kind of put our analysis out there, which doesn't mean jack. But let's pick the games now.
Dude, our analysis is as good as anyone's. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. The experts go out there and they get it wrong probably more often than they're right. So,
we are experts, guys.
We are.
We kind of pick the games, but we'll pick them against the spread. Ryan, you won. Rob, you never get to pick. You finished last week. You picked the order this time.
You did get to pick last week.
Let's We'll have Travis go first, the new guy. We'll have Ryan second. Get the Titans fans out of the way. I'll go last. Anthony, you can go third. I haven't gotten to pick last in a while.
All right.
I will
fire away.
give you the lines.
The 2-minute drip.
Jacksonville at Kansas City, -8.5.
I'll take Kansas City.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Jaguars for me. Giants at Eagles, -7.5.
I'll take Eagles.
Giants.
Eagles.
Giants. Bengals at Bills, -5.
Bengals.
Bengals.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game. So I think Cincinnati covers or wins.
Take the Bills.
So you go on that baloney rant about the Bills, Wheeler, and then you pick the Bengals.
No. I picked the Bengals to cover the spread.
It's 5 points, though. I mean,
yeah, I don't think they're going to win. And I got like 4 song titles in there when I was doing that rant, so I just want to throw that out there.
I mean, that's also why I had to pick Miami last week.
Yeah. Had to.
Flip tables.
Last game, Dallas at San Francisco, not Seattle, -3.5.
I'll take San Fran because that's a close.
I'm going San Fran.
Dallas.
Yeah, I'll take the points with Dallas.
All right. Only 4 games this week. Hopefully the Bills can pull through and make it to next week. We are now going to go to the Wonderlic prep with Rob.
All right. We got 2 more questions for you this week. I am going to start keeping track of this for a total tally, but we're starting last week, so right now Ryan is 1 correct answer. 0.
Wait. Are we doing?
I've been winning this whole freaking time.
I don't,
bro.
If you want to go back and listen to every episode, that's fine.
No, we got to go monthly because we can't just keep it going, right? Are we doing like we're totaling the months or the sum total of the whole month?
I can keep track of either. I can keep track of a total for the whole running podcast show, and I can give you your monthly run.
I guess what I was asking was like, did I get a win week 1 of 2023 of January, or did I just get 1?
Well, I think the only problem with 2 questions is you're probably going to have a lot of times where there's no winner because you're going to have
so we'll
all
do
3 got 1 right.
Month.
I think it's total for I think that's how you get the win. Is you go every 4 episodes, you say, okay, who had the most right?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, that's how we'll do it.
Do you get a bonus if you guess the answer without the multiple choice?
Yeah, I'm fine with that because I have been asking you guys for your guesses before the choices. So if you happen to guess it and stick with your answer after I give you the choices, then you get 2 correct.
listeners join in and let us know if you beat us at the end of the month.
So, if you're ready, I'll read question 1. In Greek mythology, who is the goddess of the hunt and the wilderness? Any guesses?
I got nothing.
Goddess
Athena?
Okay.
Athena is the goddess of war, right? I guess I shouldn't have said anything. Goddess of the hunt.
Zendaya.
I think I'm going to know it when you say it, but all right, let's go.
You might. Nothing?
Nothing. I'm not going to say anything.
Okay. Again, all the choices will be in alphabetical order. So, goddess of the hunt and the wilderness. A, Artemis. B, Athena. C, Diana. Or D, Hera. All right.
Got it.
Let's see your answers.
I don't feel
well
confident.
go double or nothing.
So we got C, C, and B. Is that correct there? So we got
That's correct.
two Dianas and one Athena. You're all wrong. It is Artemis.
Really?
So
It's a chick?
yeah, it is a chick.
That's what I was thinking too. I don't remember.
So Artemis was the fleet-footed goddess of the hunt, often depicted in paintings and sculptures with a deer or a hunting dog. Athena was the goddess of wisdom and reason, or also you said war, kind of affiliated with war too, yes. Diana was the Roman equivalent of Artemis. So Diana is the goddess of the hunt, but it's for the Romans.
It didn't sound very Greek.
No, it did not.
And do you know who Hera is?
The goddess of death?
No. Zeus's wife. Goddess of Olympus, goddess of marriage, and woman.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So did you do that because of a game you play on your phone?
No. I just...
No?
Honestly, there's a website that I use. It's like a random trivia, and it just lists a ton of questions. So I just go through until I get like a spark in my head of something, and then I try to find
nice.
a different one off of that. So I just saw something that said like, oh, in Greek mythology, who was this guy? I didn't know who it was. So I just tried to find one that I did know. And then,
Well, so to anyone who plays, I'm going to give it a shout out, but Puzzles and Dragons, it has like all of the Greek goddesses, Roman, like just a ton of different goddesses and gods and random, I don't know what you want to call it, but so I was trying to like go through and picture people in my head.
yeah. Which ones were which? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Artemis
I think Artemis
did not come
is in
through.
that game. I'll have to check.
Yeah.
All right.
All
So 0 correct. I'm going to note that down.
So I'm still up on the month.
Okay. Question 2. With an estimated cost of $379 million, which of the following movies is the most expensive of all time? But before I say, any choices? Anything come to mind?
Lord of the Rings, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah, that was my first guess too.
You'd have to be specific because I'm giving specific names.
Okay. I'm going to go Twin Tower. Or what is it called? Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers?
Never. I'm going Avatar.
That was
my second guess.
I don't remember the specific name, but
The first one?
Yeah, 1 or 2.
1.
Travis, is Avatar your guess too?
Yeah,
1 or 2.
the first one.
Okay.
I
Here's
think
your
the second
choices.
one just came out.
Avatar, The Way of Water.
That's
So the second one. That's A. B. Avengers Endgame. C. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Or D. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides.
Oh.
So you got
Repeat.
Avatar, Avengers, Harry Potter, or Pirates of the Caribbean.
All right.
Choices.
B. Shake it off, baby.
So we got Avengers
Going
Endgame
at-
for Anthony. Ryan went with Avatar, and Travis is going with Pirates of the Caribbean.
For all the drugs they had to buy for Johnny Depp.
That's exactly why. You're correct. No, but for real, you are correct. I don't know why. I think I did read some. They said that they shot this one like a specific way with like 3D cameras that were super expensive that I think they decided probably wasn't worth it.
I knew it was a lot because with that Johnny Depp trial, they were talking about his different films and stuff. There was a lot of Johnny Depp.
I thought it was weird.
Talk.
It was like the fourth one. I don't even know if I've ever seen the fourth one. And that was the most expensive one.
I know.
So I thought that was interesting.
I don't think so. I don't have either.
The second most expensive was actually Avengers Age of Ultron, but I just put Endgame because I figured it'd trick you. Endgame was third, $356 million. Avatar Way of Water, $350 million, so almost to the top. And Harry Potter was down there at $250. So
wow.
I do have a fun one that kind of surprised me. Can you guess the Disney movie that was the highest on the list for, I'll say animated movie? Animated Disney movie, 13th most expensive of all time at $260 million. I was shocked an animated movie was this high.
Animated.
It's got to
be
It's got to be recent, right?
Gully.
Because inflation.
So. Yeah, well, I mean, if you're talking $260 million in like 1940 for Snow White, that's probably $1 billion now at least, right?
I'm gonna go Encanto.
So it was Tangled.
What?
Really?
I have no idea why. Yeah, I've seen that movie quite a bit. I don't know why it was so expensive to make.
Isn't Demi Moore the princess, the voice?
No, it's what is her name? I'll look it up.
It's not Demi Moore.
Did you guys hear about that actress that got stabbed? Reese.
Oh my God! You're with
a knife.
I saw it coming from a mile away, dude.
And that'll do it for this episode. While Rob looked that up, you can find us on Twitter at UltraFlexFB.
You were close, Ryan. It's Mandy Moore.
Mandy, who did I say?
You had the last name, Demi Moore.
Oh, I don't even know who Demi Moore is.
She's an actress.
Find us on Twitter at UltraflexFP, at UltraflexRob, Ultraflex Sutton, Ultraflex Ryan, Ultraflex Enter. Appreciate you guys listening, and we are getting to the divisional round. So go Bills. I see Ryan wants to sub in.
Yeah, if anybody has anything they want to throw in, if they want us to talk about something, doesn't matter what. We have and this is in the post-production outro, but I don't know if anyone ever listens that far. So you can go on to ultraflexfootball.com and you can leave us a voicemail and we'll get it. We'll listen to it if it's appropriate, maybe even funnily inappropriate. I don't know. The word wants to come out, but it ain't coming. So that's what she said. High five, bro. All right. So, if you want to leave us a voicemail, we would love to give it a listen. And if it's funny, then we'll throw it on the episode and we'll discuss whatever it is that you want us to talk about. I just want to throw that in there.
That Reese Witherspoon joke is never old.
That was so terrible.
All right. Thanks for listening. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Your jokes, man. With her spoon.
I didn't do any.
With a knife.
I didn't do any of my songs.
Oh my gosh.
No, I did them all. I just wanted to see what you said.
Wait a minute. Did you get all yours in?
Mm-hmm.
Tony? All right. So, Enser, I think you were doing my song, so I had to go do the last 4 of that list. I did 8 of them. I sent it in the chat, but I don't think anybody saw.
Yeah, so it kept flashing like new chat, and I couldn't find where it was.
So Enser was
studio. There it is. There's chats. I see them now.
Yeah, Enser was supposed to do Clean, Wonderland, You Are in Love, and New Romantics, but I feel like he did mine, which were Wildest Dreams, How You Get the Girl, something love. I know planet. What?
I just did the last 4.
Oh, I don't know. But yeah.
Oh, I see. I wasn't looking at the ones like.
Yeah, you weren't looking at the right ones. So I got them all in though, guys. I got them. Let's go. What's up, Ultraflexers? Thank you for listening to our show. We appreciate all of you for your support. If you would like to support us even more, we have a website, ultraflexfootball.com. Or if you could like or subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts or on YouTube, that would be awesome. We would also really appreciate it if you would rate our show. Plus, of course, if you didn't like it, then maybe make a donation on our website so that we can make the show better, just for you. You can also leave us a voicemail on our website if there's something you'd like us to share or talk about, and then maybe we'll play it on the podcast. Once again, we appreciate all of you, and we look forward to talking random stuff again next week. Oh yeah, and some football.